Many young people in Singapore want to be their own boss, for reasons like flexible working hours and not wanting to work under others. In a recent dialogue at the Arts House, Prime Minister Lee encouraged entrepreneurs to take risks. So, how can student entrepreneurs play a part, especially amid the tense global economic situation? I spoke to Kenneth Low about some of the sacrifices that are unique to student entrepreneurship.
You sacrifice a lot of pride because you get rejected a lot, like really, really a lot. And uh, to a lot of people, like they don't like it. You don't like rejections, you don't like failure. And I think a lot of people are misguided because they think that it's very easy. Like I don't mind people calling me a failure because I actually tried something, right? So I rather the failure of trying than a failure of not trying.
Robin Lim, a fellow student entrepreneur, shares that she even gave up her place in university.
Just as we started Madeville, it's a junction in our life where we were deciding if we wanted to stay in Singapore for university or if we wanted to go overseas. So I got into this university in London, and my co-founder Roslyn, she got into NYU. But we decided that the opportunity to run the startup is now or never. We decided to stay, and we gave up our places in those universities. Our parents were furious. At least my parents was like furious, right? They were like, "What? Like going to the school in London, la la," and this is Singaporean mindset, right? Like, oh, go overseas to study. That's always better.
Student entrepreneurs have to juggle between their school and work. So, how do these student entrepreneurs cope?
I definitely had to sacrifice the college experience. I didn't have a CCA. I didn't have many friends in college because, I was just in class and I was like back in the office working, right? So a lot of times, even when I'm catching up with old friends, they're all the same age and they're all talking about university and internships, I have nothing to say because, I've never done an internship. I've never done an exchange. It can be a bit lonely sometimes, but, that's when you adapt and you find friends and, you build your community in a different way, right?
Besides the sacrifices that these entrepreneurs make, what are some challenges that student entrepreneurs in Singapore face?
The biggest problem, how do you convince investors? How do you convince your parents or your peers that you are really in this for the long run? Because a lot of them will assume that it's a project and it becomes very self-defeating and a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you keep telling yourself that it's a project, it becomes a project and there won't be a business that will be born out of it. There's definitely societal pressure, especially in Singapore, right? Because the cost of living is not cheap. So you have a ton of pressures from your peers when they earn very competitive salaries, and you would want an immediate paycheck, 5K, 6K a month that you can sustain. And you want to, let's say, apply for a flat with your girlfriend, which is exactly the situation that me and my co-founder are in, but we need to try to pay off our loans. We need to try to find a sustainable way to survive in Singapore. We can't possibly live with our parents for the longest time.
The country needs budding entrepreneurs to boost its economy. But without the support of friends and family, it is hard for student entrepreneurs to be born. With student entrepreneurship gaining more interest, will the people around these student entrepreneurs understand and finally be supportive of what they do?